Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Archduchy. I am your host, Her Grace, the Archduchess. You may refer to me as such, or you can call me Dutch. And tonight's entertainment is Vampire Therapist. Hotel Travaco. You get the same commercial. Oh no. Thank you for joining me. I'm very excited to play this game. I bought it a little while back on a whim, just entirely a whim. Also saw that a friend of mine had it on their wish list, and I was just like, it seems worth it, might as well. The most interesting thing I've discovered about this game so far is that when I tried to put in the tags of the stream the name of the game, Twitch's automatic moderation system wouldn't let me do it because of the problems with writing Vampire Therapist without a space in the middle. Give it a second, I'm sure you'll figure it out. But yes, and if I enjoy it, if you enjoy it, who knows? I might even get that DLC down on the side. Was it Stepdad Greg? It was indeed Stepdad Greg. That's gonna pan well with the 90% of people that have no idea who Stepdad Greg is. Oh, see, Mr. Mick gets it. I had to type it out. Oh my god. But yeah, that's the problem. Okay, anyways. Let's get started. Apparently I can use a controller with this, but the controller does not seem to be working for it, so I guess that's not happening. It says it supports a controller, and I was just like, this seems like a keyboard game, but I figured it was worth a shot. So, let's get my desk resituated for the keyboard then. I do like the background music so far, quite a bit. Okay. Vampire Therapist explores or touches on sensitive topics such as war, abuse, addiction, sexual oppression, suicidal ideation, religion, and of course death. These may be uncomfortable or upsetting for some readers. We recommend that readers of the history of trauma related to any of these topics approach this game with caution. How do I only have 300 points? I feel scared. You weren't here last time. Lemmy's already saving up to force me to play Elden Ring, which I did not anticipate, but I should have thought of. Naturally, a game without vampires will also involve blood and sexual themes. Strong language is also present. Vampire Therapist was developed in consultation with licensed therapists, but should not be considered a substitute for therapy, unless you're a vampire. May also cause symptoms such as depression, death, boil. One more thing, by the way. This game gave me ulcers. Congratulations. Perfect. A delicious, crisp strawberry Izzy. So crisp.
My name is Sam Walls, and I'm a dead man.
Cowboy vampire.
Well, kinda dead at least. See, I'm a vampire. Now, if you think that means all that Dracula hooey, like hissing, wearing skin-tight leather, and hunting mortals for sport, I wouldn't blame you one bit.
Comes to the mic exactly as you're doing it. I know, right?
The same thing I did in my younger years with my former gang. And let me tell you, a vampire who's good with a gun can be a real terror.
God damn it, Mr. Myth.
I got lucky, though. I met some kind mortals who saw beyond my fangs. They taught me my letters and showed me how my thinking was keeping me from finding any kind of peace. After they passed on, I roamed America's majestic wilderness for nigh on 90 years, figuring out myself and what it means to be a vampire. And I found revelation.
Speaking of Jesus.
What I realized was, it ain't facts that make us monsters.
Ah, damn. I thought he came to Christ. Hey, C-File.
As the world started getting smaller, my old vampire gang tracked me down. Them being my kin, I wanted to help them see the world like I did, but they still have the same monster mindset I used to have. Good thing I'm a quick draw.
I love Cowboy
With
Vampire.
this newfangled internet thing, and found a vampire who's helping my kin find their way. Fella named Andromachos, supposed to be 3,000 years old.
Cowboy plus vampire, have Pedro Pascal play it. Genius.
Older than time has got to have the answers.
Get this.
I'm going on a trip, I guess. This feels like my opportunity to do some good in the world. I've been looking, and now it's time to give back. Vampires ain't monsters. Or at least, they don't have to be. And come hell or high water, I'm gonna prove it to them.
Wait, am I the cowboy vampire? Hold on. I thought it was just introducing the first client. I'm the cowboy vampire? Am I?
Well, I think this is the address. Number 27, Clean Flitter Mouse Street.
Yeah!
Sure is a hell of a lot of ruckus for this time of night. People stay up late here.
They're clubbing, motherfucker. Get with the program.
Minute. These folk are vampires. Better watch myself.
Says the vampire.
Guten Abend, folks. Sprechen Sie English?
He's old, let him be.
Yeah, hello, Alta. Are you here to party with us at the hottest club?
Instead of being paid for editing, can I get a free party whistle stream? You may well, you're not getting out of being paid eventually, but you can get a free party whistle per stream. Do you want it now? I'm happy to do it now. Sick. Oh.
Well, what's so special about this club?
Immernacht is the greatest club aller Zeiten. The owner makes sure everyone has a good time.
If anyone acts without respect, they are banned from the club forever. You are free to do and be whatever you like, as long as you are harming no one.
Und daher that they are now attracting sexy old cowboys.
What a woman. Looks like the worst polyamorous throuple you've ever met. Awfully timely of you, Mr. Mint.
Shh, Maxie. He is old enough to be your grandfather.
Oh, come on now. You're just flattering me. I'm only a couple 100 years old.
Only.
Oh mein Gott, he is so cute, Reinhard. Can I keep him?
I'll ask him about the dress code, why not?
Wearing will fit the dress code.
The cowboy look is totally sexy, but you will get a bit sweaty.
I hope we will all get a bit sweaty.
Jesus Christ, Maxie, hold your
We
horses.
rub a little on the cold side, huh?
He's such a geek.
Don't
God.
worry, my Liebling. We make each other warm.
Disaster throuple goals. Indeed.
Reinhard, stop. Don't scare the American. I want to do that.
You're naughty tonight.
Oh god, is this more like Discord mod x Discord kitten, or just we saw you from across the bar and really liked your vibe? Because I'm getting both, unfortunately. Do vampires even sweat? Good point. Who knows? Maybe we'll discover that here.
No.
Both,
You are
yeah.
the naughty one.
Oh, I definitely ain't an American no more.
What tipped you off?
I'm looking for Andrew Makos.
Andromako. You said it fast. I could only be so fast because I have to watch the entire film. When's the therapy part? I came for therapy. We're getting there, Trip. We're getting there.
You mean the club owner? Ja, that is why we are here.
If you're lucky, he will invite us to the private party at the end of the night.
Well, what happens there?
I wonder.
I think maybe it is too kinky for Americans to hear.
Tell him you're here to party. Oh, I have to tell him I'm here to party.
What kind of party is this?
The kind where we dance all night and it's sexy.
Oh, here are them kind of vampires.
Rude.
So, there are better things to suck than blood, oder?
Good Lord, Reinhardt.
Although we have to get past the bouncer first. If we do not, I'm thinking our night is ruined.
Oh, wait a sec. There's something about what she just said. I can feel it. It reminds me of one of my revelations about the funny patterns in the way we vampires.
One of my revelations.
Well, let's see. One type of thinking I noticed I called hot branding. That's when we brand ourselves with names we can't get rid of.
Interesting.
There's high noon mind. That's when we
Huh?
treat a situation like it's a do or die showdown. And there's saloon thinking. That's when we act either helpless or invincible, like we've just drunk a pint of moonshine.
Fascinating.
I can always check my journal if I need examples.
I love your horse
My
book.
notes about the funny ways we vampires think in there.
You certainly weren't obviously enough a cowboy. I needed the horse to be totally sure.
I think I know which one of them funny ways they're thinking in, though. Hold on, compadres. You seem like the kind who can make their own fun.
I don't want to have my own fun. Immernacht is the only place to be on Friday night.
Do it. I already forgot about. Okay, hold on. The book. Oh, wait, hold on. Now I can use the controller? What? Okay. What the hell? Black and white is High Noon Mind. Saloon. Plot twist is just the DSM-5. You read the DSM-5 and then the game ends. Okay, this is oh, there's I feel finer than frog hair. Eating and screwing like there's no tomorrow. Good lord. Doing all kinds of kinky stuff. Jesus. Ain't nothing worried. I haven't been watching. That's also fine. Invincible's worth it. I've been told. I haven't actually watched it yet, and I feel bad. Nightmare Polykill speedrun the game. Okay. High Noon Mind is do or die type thing. Saloon thinking is soul control or completely helpless. And hot branding is just hating yourself. So, I've been told it's good. I know. I'm aware. Oh, that's not the button to close it. Wait. What the? Oh. I'm starting to think this controller isn't designed for, yeah, I'm just gonna keep using my mouse and everything, because, okay. So then, I don't want to have my own fun. Immernacht is the only place to be on a Friday night. I think that's High Noon Mind.
Amigos, you're putting too much weight on this.
Yo!
High Noon Showdown. The night's full of possibilities.
Reinhardt, I don't know what this means, but that's the way the sexy American talks.
I have no idea what you said, but god damn it, you said it in a hot accent.
You make us think that maybe it is better we haven't gotten into the club, because we are now meeting you.
Oh, they're coming on to me really hard.
Hey, if meeting me makes your night better, I'm glad we met. I really gotta find Andromachos, though.
Andromachos.
You have to get past the bouncer. He decides who gets in and who doesn't. And he hasn't looked halfway all night.
Maybe I'll have a little word with him. Excuse me, friend.
Oh.
To talk to around these parts.
Hello there, Nosferatu.
I'm here to see Andromachos.
Growls thoughtfully. Oh,
Hey, thanks, amigo. You have yourself a fine night, you hear?
that was easy.
Cowboy, what about her?
Growl's question. Just have you said exactly. Bring them joy.
Sure, they're friends of mine.
Have fun, mate.
Well, come on,
Yeah.
Come on, mein Lieber, dance with us.
Oh, you kids have fun. I'll catch up with you later. Tarnation, I'd rather hear a gopher giving birth than this.
Are you already a vampire? Just no, we're a vampire cowboy. We're a 300-year-old vampire cowboy. Weren't you paying attention during the intro trip? God.
I better talk to whoever's slinging drinks in this here saloon. They ought to know where Andromacos is. But pardon me.
I don't know that a bartender knows where the owner of the bar is at all times.
Well, look at you. We get a lot of 80s fashion in here, but not usually the 1880s. What can I get you, cowboy? The special's Red Bull and vodka. You down?
Couldn't you just say a Jaeger bomb? No, that's not Jaeger bomb. Dumbass Dutch. It should have been a Jaeger bomb though. This is Germany. What's Red Bull and vodka? There's a name for that. I know there is. I just thought it was Jaeger bomb for some stupid reason. And they finished all the VODs. You want me to put them all in one video? Ooh, that'd be rad. But I think there's too many for that. I don't remember. Oh well.
Red Bull.
Raccoon would probably know. I never tried.
I'm actually looking for the owner. He around tonight?
Might be. What do you say your name was?
Sam Walls, begging your pardon.
Sam Walls, huh? I don't think I know anything about a Sam Walls. After all, I'm just a know-nothing bartender.
Hot branding?
I'm standing, I see someone with style and confidence.
Don't you go worrying about me, cowboy.
Oh, oof.
The man upstairs warned me you were coming. I was just testing to see if you are who you say you are.
Oh, oops.
Tell you what, let me give you something from our special reserve. I don't think you're looking for booze.
Well, thank you kindly, ma'am. I was wondering where the blood was. I met some vampires outside, so I figured this was a vampire club.
You met some goths, honey. They're here to dance and have fun.
Those were humans? No wonder that bouncer didn't give two shits about him. Admittedly, I was strict.
So all these people are mortals?
How do you think the head vampire gets his blood? They can't wait to share it with him. It's a special experience. He's the only real vampire here. Well, him and Bert.
You stereotyped the wow. Dude, we literally just used a technique on them that he said was a vampire therapy technique. Of course I thought they were vampires. The game basically told me they were.
You met him already. Bert, shuffle on over here.
The bouncer.
This one's here to see the big guy. Show him upstairs, okay?
Have fun, mate.
Good luck up there, cowboy. Hope you find what you're looking for.
Are those the only words that guy knows? Have fun, mate.
Howdy. It's Sam Walls to see you, sir. The guy who's been sending you all them V-mails.
V-mail. Seriously.
Yes.
Oh.
I know who you are, Samuel Walls. You have come here because you believe you can help our kin.
This man's quite
The
shadowy.
question is, are you first able to help yourself?
Oh.
I don't know that I can help myself, but I'm trying my best.
Then you have already learned the most important thing I can teach.
Hell yeah. Oh. Sorry, I just got a notification.
We all need help, Samuel. I am pleased that you've come to
Oh.
receive mine.
Is this the guy from Hades? Chronos. You know, I don't know. He is really good at the deep voice. I like Andromacos. Great art.
Dang, you scared the heck out of me.
You must allow an ancient vampire his games. He will play them regardless. Please, sit down. What an absolute pleasure it is to meet you at last. I found your messages most intriguing.
Afraid there ain't much here in the way of intrigue. I'm just a lonesome cowboy looking for answers.
You know, I receive emails every day from vampires seeking my help. You are the very first to seek my aid in helping others. This alone makes you intriguing.
I have it on good authority that an ad just started, so... The immediacy with which those came through. Oh no, the video had an error. Okay, that was entirely unrelated, but it was still great. Oh god. That is frustrating. Big oof, one might say.
Well, dang. I think you're gonna be sorely disappointed when you get to talking to me. I'm just honored you're giving me the time of night.
I have unlimited time, Samuel. I am pleased to share some of it with you. Our kind can be rather set in their ways. It is inspiring to see someone so young and eager to learn.
Yeah, well, I wasn't much for learning when I was alive. Just making up for lost time, I guess.
Jeez, I'm already getting near the end of my strawberry Izzy. The fucking ass. Alright, I'm halting for a little bit. Give it time to go through before I proceed. I'll be patient. I'll be kind. I have no idea how long these last or if you could skip them. In the meantime, I'm just giving a sugar shake to my chia seed protein shake. There we go.
It sounds as though you have been handling your own life better than most. I was particularly intrigued by these revelations you had while walking in nature.
Oh, yeah, them. Well, I give walking the credit. Nothing sorts my thoughts out better. After a few decades, I started seeing patterns in the way we vampires think.
Can you explain some of these patterns?
I've tried to explain them to other vampires, but it ain't never gone well. I can try, though. See, we tend to assume certain things just because we've been believing them since we were alive. Or we decide the world's against us just because we're hungry or tired or something.
You're alive again. Excellent, excellent.
And when we start tackling problems that ain't real, we ain't fixing our real problems. That make any kind of sense?
Are you taking a shot of soy sauce every time there's an ad, or was this just a random decision that you made?
Fascinating, Samuel. These revelations that you had in the woods, mortal psychologists have a term for them. They are called cognitive distortions.
Yes. Have fun with that, then.
Cognitive who's what now?
You are going to be the saltiest motherfucker this side of the Mississippi.
Cognitive distortions. They are exactly as you described them. I will explain in a moment. Please, tell me about these specific revelations you had.
Well, I noticed how we stress ourselves out by making everything a battle of do-or-die absolutes. High noon mind, I call it. Like that feeling you get right before a big shootout.
I must confess I have no experience with this feeling. I engaged in mortal combat long before the age of gunpowder. But the sentiment you describe mirrors the words of my old friend Marky Aurelius.
I'm sorry, what?
He used to say that the magnitude of life's challenges often turn us into our worst selves.
You are so old you were friends with Marcus Aurelius? Is it the taste of the soy sauce that pulls you in, or the appeal of the thrill? Excellent question, Mr. Mint. I wish I knew, but we'll see what they say.
You mean Marcus Aurelius?
Both. Okay.
The Roman emperor?
Of course, his name was Marcus. Marky was a bedroom name.
Oh! So you're saying there's a chance?
You mean you and the emperor were...
It was ancient Rome. Penetration was similar to a handshake.
Look, you've made the man uncomfortable. He's just an American cowboy. You gotta give him time to settle in.
My apologies. I somehow forgot you were American. But let us discuss this high noon I believe we can broaden your definition. Mortal psychologists call this phenomenon of binary thought polarized thinking,
It's
but
just
I
Discord.
like to call it
Ooh.
Nosferatu thinking.
I'll check it next time there's an ad break.
Nosferatu thinking?
It means you are thinking in black and white.
I get it. That's pretty funny.
I believe it encompasses the breadth of the distortion. One is not flatly weak or strong, good or evil, smart or stupid, a success or a failure. The truth is far more complex and colorful. Not every high noon gunfight ends in oblivion, correct?
But yeah, that's true. Getting shot still ain't fun, but it ain't the end neither.
Nowadays, if you shoot the right place, that's the case, but I don't think that was much the case very often in the Old West. There's this fun little thing we like to call sepsis. Black and white thinking, so the vampires are autistic. I wasn't gonna say it.
Perfect example, Samuel. Now, try to catch me using Nosferatu thinking. I will give you a series of statements, and one of them will contain Nosferatu thinking. I will repeat them if you miss it.
Man, you know what's crazy is like, you know how you get deja vu sometimes? Like, whenever I get deja vu, it's usually because I, like, dreamt about a thing that was similar. And I'm getting deja vu from just, like, this background. Like I dreamt about it sometime. It's weird.
If I do not drink blood, I will surely die.
Is that Nosferatu thinking?
No, Samuel. In this case, I am not arguing with reality. If we do not drink blood,
Oh.
we die. This is a fact of being a vampire.
Oof.
Let us continue. Death eventually comes for us all.
Cowboy bloodsucker at vmail.com. Isn't Nosferatu thinking what Ellen suffered from? What? Death eventually comes for us all. Oh, that's saloon thinking.
We are only trying to
Fuck!
identify Nosferatu thinking right now. I will repeat myself. Death eventually comes for us all. Mortals will always fear our kind.
Oh, I gotta just not click it. Okay, Nosferatu thinking.
That's Nosferatu thinking right there. I've met mortals who knew who I was and weren't scared.
Very good, Samuel. And even if you hadn't, to say mortals will always fear us ends any hope that they might not. Always is such a terminal word, is it not? Would you like to discuss more of your revelations with me?
Saloon thinking, I
As
guess.
vampires, we can get the feeling of the power that comes with immortality and strength, but then we get hopeless and aimless over time. It's kind of like the fella you see in the saloon at the bottom of a bottle of whiskey. Either he thinks he can fight everyone, or he's crying into them last drops because he thinks life's hopeless. It's saloon thinking. Two extremes that probably ain't true.
A fascinating observation, Samuel. Your saloon thinking was described in my time as the battle between hubris and nemesis, the twin excesses of arrogance and self-pity.
Ellen from the Nosferatu. I thought you were talking about Ellen as in Ellen DeGeneres. I'm sorry. That's the only Ellen I would think of immediately. Somebody you're referring to. I'm sorry. What do you want me to say?
Oh man, it make me wish I'd gotten some schooling. Maybe I would have figured this stuff out earlier.
You live forever, my friend. There is no rush. What you have identified is a phenomenon where individuals perceive either an illusion of control or a lack of control. Mortal psychologists call this phenomenon you have described a control fallacy. Rarely do we have complete power over our situations or no power at all. But we create this illusion that stops us from attempting to change our perceived situations.
Yeah, you're right about that. I used to think I'd never get away from my gang. And maybe that's what made me stick with them for so long.
Yes, you see how cognitive distortions keep us from facing reality. whatever that reality may be. Of course, I am so old and powerful that I am always in control.
Well, you're testing me, ain't you? Control fallacy right there.
Well done, Samuel.
Yeah, I got it.
Very powerful. The cosmos holds no awareness of Andromachos. Of course, as you expertly pointed out with your analogy about the man at the bottom of a whiskey bottle, a control fallacy can be positive or negative. Listen to my next few statements and try to find a control fallacy. Simply let me continue if you do not detect one.
Hey, Lemmy, what's good? If I tell my psychiatrist that I'm having a saloon thinking, do you think she'll send me to the psych ward? Who knows? You should totally give it a shot. I've come to farm channel points. I figured, Lemmy. I live in fear of the day that you make me play Elden Ring.
The sun will eventually burn out. I will roam a cold, dead earth, and there is little I can do about it.
Guards! Likely Bandivator restricted, unless, of course, you can't see that one, in which case it's going to make me do it myself. Not editing as fast as usual, because I've just been laughing my ass off. I appreciate that, thank you. Fuck, man. How do I make these invisible ones visible to mods only? It's infuriating. No, I don't want to follow this motherfucker. I want to see the Bandival ones. Grinding Monster Hunter Wilds. I don't think I saw that you were playing, and I just wasn't able to watch because of the obligation I had this weekend. They have the kitty meals on. I'll figure it out later. Control fallacy.
Sounds like one of them control fallacies. With all eternity, heck, I think you could do something to save the sun.
I applaud your optimism and ambition, Samuel, but some things we must be prepared to accept, and the death of the sun is one of them.
2 days, 25 hours?
My kitty cat died. I shall be lonely forever.
Oh, thanks for making it more obvious. I appreciate it.
I'm sorry about your sweet kitty, but you can always pick up a new one. Or there's lots of them just waiting for a loving home, so you don't need to be lonely.
It was just an example, Samuel. Well spotted. But I do speak from experience. I felt this way once when a pharaoh I was dating had our cat mummified.
Oh.
I went into a murderous depression that nearly decimated the continent. But I had the power to help myself all along by adopting a new friend in need of a home.
Fascinating, my friend.
Dang, don't let me get on your bad side.
I doubt you shall see it, Samuel. Did you have more revelations to tell me about?
See, I used to be in a
Messy breakup, indeed.
whole existence. If you asked me who I was, I would have said, I'm a murdering bastard.
Still getting used to your style of contents and the quality go up as I do. Sounds good to me, my guy. Not me harvesting a tail in the middle of a fight with a literal civilization-destroying dragon. I mean, I do that in Hades. Look, especially if I know I'm gonna lose a fight and there's like a reagent in the ring, I just run and grab it. Like, why not?
Once I got away, I realized how small-minded I was. I was Sam before I was a murdering bastard. But that's how I was choosing to brand myself. My old gang's still around, and they're still branding themselves like that. They can't see themselves as anything but killers.
Very astute, Samuel. I favor the clinical term, however, which is labeling. You correctly discovered that labeling is a reductive act. When we call ourselves names, even if we find them accurate, we create prophecies we are doomed to fulfill. For millennia, I thought of myself as a killer. It was not untrue that killing was how I made my way in the world. I was an unstoppable warrior and assassin.
I've only died 6 times the whole playthrough somehow. Somehow, he says. Somehow. Yeah, when I call myself a bitch, I do think myself as one. Is that gonna get me banned? I don't even know what you said, to be frank. Did you use asterisks on purpose, or did it automatically get rid of them? If I died, I mean fainted. I never actually failed a mission. I mean, congratulations. I'm not surprised. It censored me. You can text me later what you meant to say.
With this label, I limited myself for ages. I did not only kill people, I also killed potential aspirations I might have had. See whether you can catch me doing some labeling in my next few statements.
Wait, hold on. There's 3 aspirates. Oh! I know what you called yourself. You're not allowed to say shit like that, motherfucker. That's why I censored it. That was my choice. Doesn't matter if you're reclaiming it. It's still a slur.
I am so old, I am ancient.
That does, because if I let you say it, then it would also let everybody else say it, and not everyone's reclaiming it, Mr. Mint. Some people are just trying to call people a slur. This is straight oppression. No, it isn't.
Call me whatever you like, but don't call me late for dinner. How shall I describe myself? Yes, I am a mass murderer.
Rank 5 just watching me descending from the sky and hitting the Rathalos, killing him.
Well, that's about as clear a labeling as it gets. Yeah, we vampires tend to do a lot of killing, but reducing ourselves to killers ain't doing us any favors.
Excellent, Samuel. You are correct. Labels can be cages that we lock ourselves in. I was a mere murderer for most of my existence because that is how I labeled myself.
Yeah, I did the same thing. Sam Walls, murderer, reprobate, and good for nothing.
Those are not how I would describe the Sam Walls I see before me.
11 minutes content. Yo, let's go. Use his full name, not even Sam. Girlie wants to get into his bed. That's what I was thinking. Look, the man knows what he likes, and he likes the cowboy.
Did you have more revelations to tell me about?
I think that's all of them. Or at least the ones that were the most obvious to me.
That you recognize the concept of cognitive distortions at all is
Save a horse, ride a cowboy.
to understand took you nearly 2 centuries.
Oh, come on, you're just flattering me. I'm just a dope stumbling his way through one life.
He's not just flattering you, he's flirting with you, my friend.
Are you now? Tell me, Samuel, what kind of cognitive distortion are you exhibiting when you call yourself a dope?
Yeah, I'm doing some labeling. I gotta watch myself, huh?
As long as we retain any humanity, we will have cognitive distortions. What we are aiming for is not to become perfect beings, but to understand and accept ourselves.
He kind of looks like a lion. With the eyes, and his hair is styled almost like a mane. I like that, that's cool.
As we can recognize cognitive distortions, we can address our real challenges. One cannot drink blood from a straw man, after all.
Capcom should have never allowed us to edit sticker text. I'm so scared, Lemmy.
But I like it.
Oh, hey, I just started. I can go check that message. Not getting it right now. Oh, that's weird. I set it so it would, like, give me lead up. But I guess sometimes it gives the lead up and then doesn't automatically start it. Oh well, probably hit in a minute like a flashbang. I would not be surprised.
If it helps solidify the concept in your mind, then I am well satisfied.
Oh, there it goes. Alrighty. I'll keep that in mind. There's like a solid 15 seconds in between the end of a notification that an ad is starting and the beginning of the notification that the ad break is in process. Man, Hotel Trivago is really pushing. They're back! Check general chat. Oh, I guess I'm checking another thing. Well, I have the time to do it because, again, the ad is not over for some people, I don't think. I've been missing too much. Do, 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 do. Good lord. Yes, King. Hawktua in and of itself is not a funny meme. However, this sticker of like some evil dragon or whatever coming down from on high. Fantastic use of that. 10 out of 10. I enjoyed that, Lemmy. Thank you. That was very good.
I know you came to learn from me, so I will do my best to honor your good intentions. Let us ensure that you understand the concepts of labeling, control fallacies, and Nosferatu thinking. I will give you a series of statements, and each one will contain a cognitive distortion for you to identify. I will begin. If I invite over my vampire friends, I know I'm going to have to deal with guano all over the place when they turn into bats at the end of the night.
Well, there's a control fallacy, sir. You're acting like you've got no control, but you could lay down some ground rules for guests, or some newspaper.
Longsword's the monster of the most anime fucking attacks, waiting for this game to be assigned to psych students. One day, perhaps.
Express concern to my friends that they have not been toilet trained. Very good, Samuel. Let me try another. I am Andromachus, the ancient darkness, the scourge of the Mediterranean, the mortal's bane.
Well, that's definitely some intense labeling. Those are some hard names to get over.
Got 5 distortions correct in a row. I got a thing. Let's go.
You are not wrong. Those names followed me for millennia. It was most stifling. Let me try another then.
Longsword users think they look like anime characters while hunting a mosquito. I'm a longsword.
If my club's revenues do not significantly increase, I will end up living on the street.
That there's got to be Nosferatu thinking. There's a huge space between making a ton of profit and living on the street.
Main character energy.
Indeed, you are correct. I run my club at a considerable loss, but 3,000 years of banking interest means that money is not really an object to me anyway.
God, I wish I had 3,000 years of banking interest.
Samuel, now I am not only intrigued by you, but also impressed. I would very much like to teach you my ways, but I must demand something of you first.
Your phone number. He wants it.
Anything. I'm here to learn.
Don't say anything. You know what you're agreeing to by saying that. Center of a video be making fun of your laugh. To be expected. To be expected, C-Pile.
You must receive therapy yourself. I will not have you seeing clients without a commitment to your own mental health.
Oh, now, hold on just a minute. I don't know that I need therapy. I'm feeling pretty good about myself these days.
Samuel, we all need therapy to live in this world. You have been speaking in cognitive distortions since the moment you walked into my office.
I have. I didn't even notice.
They are most insidious, but I am here to help you identify and challenge them. You have walked alone for too long, Samuel. Allow me to share my experience with you.
Well, all right, if you say so. I appreciate your taking the time to work on this old cowpoke.
We have all the time in the world, Samuel. But for now, you must be eager for something fresh. Please, dance, drink your fill. We will begin tomorrow.
Okay, then. Well, sir, it's been an honor.
I'll check it out on the next ad break.
You don't have to call me sir, you know.
All right, then, Andromachos.
That is
Andromachus.
He was pretty clear with it, Sam.
Just call me Andy.
All right, Andy. I'll see you tomorrow then. I am thirsty. There ain't no power on this earth that'll get me on a dance floor. Maybe I'll see if the bartender's got anything.
Clint Eastwood again. How'd it go, cowboy?
Seems I'll be sticking around. Guess I better get used to things around here.
Good to hear. About time someone helped Andy with his work. Seems you vampires have a lot of problems to fix. Name's Crimson, by the way.
Fine meeting you, Crimson. How do you know so much about what Andy's doing?
Pillow talk. I'm his blood partner.
No shit. How's a mortal get hooked up with an ancient vampire?
I'm a rock climber. I stumbled into one of his lairs in Madagascar, found a cave while climbing a mountain, and there he was, naked in a hot tub.
Damn!
Dang. Must have been a sight.
You ain't kidding, cowboy. Didn't expect a luxury apartment with a gorgeous naked vampire inside of a mountain. We hit it off, and he asked me to come back here with him. I like an adventure, so I said, what the hell? I'll date the gorgeous Dracula.
So he's a bi king. Living the life of luxury.
But what are you doing talking to me, cowboy? The blood's running hot on the dance floor, and these kids don't mind a little biting.
Ain't no way I'm dancing. There's gotta be a better way to get something fresh to drink.
Reinhard, look. It's the sexy old guy again.
You should buy us a drink, old guy. You'll probably get lucky. Actually, you'll definitely get lucky.
Yeesh, these guts!
Pleasures of the flesh ain't exactly what I'm after tonight.
That's because you haven't experienced these pleasures with us yet. Buy us a drink and you will discover great satisfaction by uns.
At least they're forward. I'm not a huge fan of any of these options. That's a little rude. That makes me seem pathetic. That's high and mighty. Direct education is a therapist teaching like that. I'm going for the first one.
Ain't buying you a drink. You ain't
Oh, we don't want to marry you. We just want to have fun with you.
All the options are just no. I'm fine with all the options being no, but a lot of them were like not very nice ways of saying no. To be fair, they are being kind of pushy.
much. Look, kids, you seem like nice enough folks, but I wasn't planning on buying drinks tonight.
Stop teasing the cowboy, Kinder. They're just messing with you. Drinks are free here.
Oh.
Ain't never been to a saloon with free hooch.
Call it a drink exchange.
No wonder a drum house isn't making a profit. Drinks are free? Good lord, dude. He's losing thousands every night. That's some damn good interest he's got.
So, everyone here knows they might be sharing blood?
Only as long as there's consent. We like to create a safe environment here.
I've done with it. Fishing tomorrow. Sick! Hell yeah.
Why don't you take Reinhard and Maxie here back to the kink room?
Wait, kink room?
You are scaring the ancient cowboy, dude. Come on.
You're not in Kansas anymore, cowboy. We are not afraid of sex here.
Well, I just told them they're not my type.
I'm from Missouri, but point taken.
They are hemorrhaging money.
Nobody has to do anything they don't want to do in there. Just have fun and drink your fill, handsome. I'm sure I'll be seeing plenty of you. Maxie, Reinhard, this is one of our special customers.
The girl in the middle. With the purple hair, you mean? Maxie?
So,
Or Crimson?
vampire. I'm thinking we are all getting lucky then.
So the one with the red then? Crimson? Or you gotta be specific. There's two girls and both of them are technically in the middle. Purple hair? Ah, okay. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying the game. It's got something for you
My
then.
neck throbs with anticipation.
Jesus Christ, Maxie.
Dang. Guess I'm going to a kink room then. Thanks, Crimson.
Brat voice. My way.
I knew a man who wore this much leather couldn't be boring.
Yeah, well, you got me pegged.
Be careful with your language, sir. I'm place your bets. Pegging Joe? I'm thinking it's gonna be a pegging joke. But that's just me. We'll see if I'm wrong. 3, 2,
Is that
1.
what we are doing now? Give me the document and I will sign myself up for it.
Fucking knew it! Can you make a pegging pull and jack? Well, it's too late, and also I don't know how to make a pull. How do I... Wait, hold on. Pull? Oh! Alright, wait, hold on. I'll take the time to check the messages now. Oh, goddamn. You know what? Indeed. Indeed. Alright, now wait, hold on. I'm gonna experiment, see if I can get this pull shit. Oh, it's not opening a setup menu or anything. I'll figure that out later.
Well, I really ain't in Missouri no more. Look, I'm more into Biden.
Oh, your teeth look perfect. Are you going to bite me, Vitzos?
He just said that, man.
That's the plan. Who's going first?
Oh, me.
Well, step right on up. Remember, Sammy boy, just stick the tips of them fangs into the blue veins and we'll all have a nice time.
Why does he have to remind himself how to drink blood? He's been alive for 300 years. Oh, that's why.
Oh, das hat sich gut angefühlt.
He's hot.
That's a good thing.
Is it my turn yet?
Sure thing. Come on over.
Ouch! Meine Arterien!
Oh,
Hey,
oops.
let me try that again.
Nicht meine Arterien.
Shucks, my aim's off tonight.
Hold on. Is there any place where it's not like hitting her fucking artery at the same time? Hold on. What? You know what? S button to skip. Fuck this shit.
Oh, Reinhard. The hot old vampire wore me out.
You're getting a bit frisky. Indeed. Also, I couldn't figure that shit out for the life of me. I couldn't see a place on the neck where I wouldn't. I thought I got it. Thank God it lets me skip.
Me too, Maxi. I feel as though I have set up a mail server.
Reinhard, mein Sucke Fledermaus. Ich bin so müde, sexy zu sein.
You know what? I'm glad I can't understand that. Thanks for saying whatever that was in German.
Wo geht das Taxicab, Liebchen? Und du, Cowboy? Next time we will talk about that thing you mentioned earlier.
No pegging!
Oh, right.
You're gonna give him a heart attack.
Now that I've had something to drink, I should probably get to my coffin.
Samuel, wait a moment. I see you got your fill. Are you heading out?
Yeah, I figure I could use some shut-eye. I locked up my coffin over at the storage center.
Storage center. Please, you can use my guest coffin. I insist. You must be well rested for the challenges ahead.
Guess I got a big night tomorrow, huh? I should get a good day's sleep.
All the times to be a native German speaker. My deepest and most sincerest apologies, C-Pile. Please don't repeat any of what was just said. I don't want to know. I have no desire to learn. Please, for the love of God.
Please, follow me.
Thank you.
Well, dang. This is mighty plush. Guess it's one of them smart coffins.
It was freaky. Okay, we'll leave it at that. AO3 material.
Let's see what's on TV. Hey, I remember this movie. We were so proud to finally get some representation.
Or never mind.
Not sure I should stay up watching movies, though.
Would it get the dead dove?
Well, ain't much else to do in here. I think it's about time I hit the hay. Hope I'm cut out for all this.
Samuel, good evening. I hope you slept well.
Like the dead, as they say.
I was hoping to save you some breakfast, but I've already sent them on their way.
I'll be having fun later. I'm satisfied with that. I don't want to hear more about whatever the fuck was just said.
Oh, that's all right. I'm still pretty full from last night. Them goth types were practically throwing themselves at me.
I am not surprised. Perhaps I should be concerned that some of my guests will follow you home.
Well, gosh, if I still had mortal circulation, I'd be blushing.
Why are you so embarrassed, Samuel?
I'll tell you, my jaw dropped. Good lord. Must have been bad then.
Guess we should just save it for therapy, huh? We gonna get started now?
If you like.
Why not? I'm eager to get going. Let loose, Doc.
Very well. Let's start with the first question any therapist asks then. What brought you to me? Why is becoming a therapist so important to you?
Well, gosh, I remember what it was like. Being all angry, hungry, and scared all the time. It ain't no way to live.
Well, Andy also is currently dating someone, and we don't know if he's polyamorous. So, also, I'm pretty sure an ad's gonna start in a second. So I'm gonna have to put a pause on it for like a minute. And he can't be his therapist. We'll see. We'll see. Until the ad starts, you can listen to me suck up chia seeds with a straw. Saved by the Bell. Are we done with the German people? For now. I don't know if they're coming back. They might be.
When I see vampires acting the way I used to, I just need to show them there's more to unlife.
And why is that up to you?
The ad just started. For now, she says. I don't know. I don't know. Soy sauce time. Oh, God. Well, if nothing else, C-Pile is getting a shit ton of electrolytes. I'm about to start taking actual shots. You're back? Sick. Mr. Min is hopefully back too then. I don't know how long the Travago ads are. Ah, the soy sauce again. Okay. We've discovered. Apparently they're doing it every time there's an ad.
You, of all people, know how lost our kind can be. Preying on the weak, dating mortal high schoolers.
Are you calling out the ephebophiles, Sam?
I've got to make them see their potential. That's what I'm here for. I know it.
That is a lot of responsibility to place on yourself.
You got a funny look in your eye. Am I doing one of them distortion things?
Mm-hmm. I think it's... I think it's control fallacy. Someone else that also knows the difference. I only know the difference because of that one comedy bit I saw where the guy's just like, but you see, if you try to explain that no, it's an ephebophile, people are think you're gonna think you're a pedophile. That is the only reason why I know the difference, because of that bit.
You are most perceptive. Yes. Perhaps you can tell me what it is.
He is right.
You say you are here to make vampires see the world differently. In what way are you distorting reality?
Well, I guess that's a control fallacy, right? I can't assume I'll be able to help other vampires the way I was helped.
Very good, Samuel. Control fallacies are hard to avoid when one feels strongly about something. Your fate is not to transform every vampire you ever meet, even those who are your clients. You will do what you can do, and that is enough. But I am eager to learn how you develop this desire to help our king find a different way of thinking.
One of the right highest. I know, right? Andromahos, or Andy, because Sam can't pronounce his name correctly.
Well, like I told you when I first emailed you, I was a real nasty nasty son of a bitch when I first became a vampire. When I look back and see what a no-account piece of shit I was, I ain't nothing but embarrassed. It all seems pretty stupid to me now. Here we are living forever and all we can do is kill? It's the dumbest thing I ever did here.
I am going to stop you for a moment. Stupid, no account piece of shit, nasty son of a bitch, dumbest thing.
Are you okay? Wait, what? You mean Sam? Or are you somehow hearing me still sucking chia seeds through a straw? The aggressive breathing. It's just my mic. It is right next to my mouth and it picks up everything, but if I turn it down lower, then like sometimes my voice can't be heard properly. Mr. Mint's been telling me to get a new mic. Good news, I figured out how to access the automat. Aww. Please don't give yourself the ability to slur. Bad news, it crashes my app. Thank God. But yeah, Mr. Mint's been telling me to get a new mic, a better mic for a while, instead of just using the crappy one attached to my headphones. Because if I get a nice one, then I can get like the foam thing on it, you know. But I was going to help you ban those. You think the worst of me. Did you give me reason to think you were doing anything other than that?
Do you hear the way you are talking about yourself?
With respect, sir, I earned all them names. I killed women and children. Half the ghost towns out west are my doing.
Mr.
Ain't taking nobody but myself.
Statements, can you blame me?
Pretend you are my therapist. If I sat here and called myself a no-account piece of shit, what would you tell me?
I'd say you were doing some labeling. And I guess I'd tell you to look at yourself a little more kindly.
Extend the same compassion to yourself then, Samuel. How are you to move on from being a nasty son of a bitch if you are labeling yourself?
You said a slur in chat earlier. What do you mean you've done nothing wrong? And while yes, you get a pass because you were referring to yourself and you are reclaiming it, you still said a slur. What do you mean you've done nothing wrong? This is a Twitch chat.
If you wish to be a guide to other vampires, you must start with compassion for them and for yourself. So, now that you've gotten all that horrible name-calling out of the way, please tell me, how did you find your sense of purpose?
Well, I was on the run, you see. The Wild West was ending and the Pinkertons were starting to get the better of my gang.
The Pinkertons. Fuck Wizards of the Coast, by the way. Sending the Pinkertons after people.
I went into hiding and found a strange group of folks out in the country. They knew I was an outlaw right away, but they didn't judge me for it. They didn't even care that I was a vampire. They welcomed me like a friend, even shared their blood with me.
Are the Pinkertons vampire hunters now?
They taught me how to appreciate the beauty of the night, and I started seeing things I'd never noticed before.
Not unless the vampires are unionizing.
They taught me my letters, philosophy, and how to question things instead of being scared of them. I think about them every day of my own life. They somehow freed themselves of all the judgments of the time and were better off for it.
These must have been the 19th century American transcendentalists, yes?
Yes, sir. I'm glad I died when I did, because their like just don't exist no more.
Party whistle! Also, as you can see, I figured out how to turn the alerts back on.
Once my community died out, I started walking.
Scared the fuck out of
What else they taught me how to do? There ain't nothing like having a walk and a think.
Because everyone was talking about how I cackle whenever I do the party whistle or anything, really. So when I was doing I was editing the alerts, and I saw that one of the sounds was a witch cackle. The glorious party whistle, indeed.
I walked in nature for about 90 years and just took in all the grace and beauty of my country. I guess I was kind of selfish, though. I should have been helping other vampires the way the Transcendentalists helped me.
Stop it. It's control fallacy. I'm gonna be relentless, I hope you know. I'm well aware, but we've got a large backlog before you get anywhere close to this.
Why?
Why waste 90 years walking when I should have been helping others? Seems pretty obvious to me. I could have done a lot of good in that time.
I don't know, maybe it's Nosferatu thinking.
But your should turns that which you could find fulfilling into a duty. You create an extrinsic motivator. Should statements are another cognitive distortion, something created by your own mind. Nature asks almost nothing of you.
I'm also glad you're good at what you do, because you're way better at it than when I try.
Even if your should comes from a place of good, it creates undue pressure. And what do we do once we are pressured? We resent the shoulds. We procrastinate. And as you know, we have a lot of time to procrastinate.
I mean, if you'd like to, you could. Not gonna make you do that.
You got that right. Why do today what you could do next century?
Even still, I don't know how many VODs I have. It'd still take you a while to catch up, but...
Exactly. Should statements remove the intrinsic joy from that which you find fulfilling?
Hold on, though. Ain't there some things we really should do?
And then I did 12 hours. Jesus Christ! 12 hours? I contemplated the idea of doing a 24-hour stream before, and then I was like, nah, I just pass out in my desk chair.
Of course, there are things we must do. But nature herself tells us what they are. We invent the rest. Here, let me give you an exercise.
I mean, the fact alone that it only took you an extra hour longer than how long the stream was to make a video out of the stream is impressive, so...
Listen closely. See whether you can find the should statement that is a distortion. I should go to the vampire dentist. You know what they say. If you have bad fangs, you get bad blood. I should drink blood today. I should take my blood partner Crimson out on a date.
So that's 12 hours to 53 minutes.
I
Goddamn.
should be wary of sexually transmitted diseases. Did you miss my should statement? Let's try
Oh.
again. I should go to the vampire dentist. You know what they say. If you have bad fangs, you get bad blood.
That's the one. No one.
That is
No one should go to a dentist, goddamn
How long
butchers.
has it been since you've seen a dentist, Samuel?
No, not since the Civil War, and I'd rather keep it that way.
Fair enough, my guy. Fair enough.
We'll talk about that in another
What do you have coming up?
Let's try again. I should drink blood today. I should take my blood partner Crimson out on a date.
Saying you should take Crimson out on a date is a should statement. You've turned something you want to do into something you have to do.
That's right, Samuel. You know, I couldn't be more pleased with you. Your time in nature was clearly well spent.
Doing a subathon? Alright. Can you, like... What is the difference between a regular stream and a subathon? Are you not always trying to get subs? Is it like a charity thing? I've never understood the difference. You can very obviously tell that I'm still a brand new Twitch streamer.
Well, thanks, I suppose. But if you don't mind my saying so, I hope you're treating that mortal lady right.
Every sub adds time to the stream? Depending on how big you are, that sounds like a nightmare. Oh my god. How much time does each sub add to the stream? Is like a minute per every dollar spent? Or Point Created one that lasted a month? How do you stream? I know who Point Crow is. He's one of the only people that I watch. How do you do a stream that was it actually a month? Like just streaming for a full, is that even allowed? Can you keep a stream running that long?
Thank you. Please, ask her yourself. I imagine she would share her blood with you. You look like her type.
Hold on. I've only been in Europe for a couple of days. I ain't gonna go after my teacher's girlfriend.
You can choose to be a random amount of time or set it to a fixed number. That's crazy.
She does what she wishes, and that is why I chose her as my blood partner. Samuel, even if it beats no longer, you have a good heart. I think you will be an excellent therapist.
So far, that good heart of mine hasn't amounted to much. But I'm willing
Son
to
of a
try my
bitch,
best.
Mr. Crazy? I was crazy once. They locked me in a room. A rubber room. A rubber room with rats.
You are uncomfortable with praise. aren't you,
Rats
Sam?
make me
Every
crazy.
time I say something positive,
5
you
minutes
find a
every
way to
sub?
negate it.
I just don't think I should be doing any bragging. I spent my first 50 years killing. Spent the next 90 walking in the woods. I've tried to walk a better path since then, but I ain't no saint, Auntie.
I did not say you were. Having met several so-called saints, I can attest that none of them were either.
Except Saint Olga, who was such a bad bitch, I think she qualifies. That's any more than 3 days, I'm gonna crash the fuck out. Deservedly so. Or Joan of Arc. Joan of Arc and Saint Olga. The only saints I respect. I'm gonna charge him an entire $1. Good lord, dude.
I understand your discomfort, Samuel. I, too, have done terrible things that I cannot erase. But is erasing the good I have done worthwhile?
Sitting on St. Patrick's Day, shaking my head. Look, he was a fine guy. He got rid of the snakes from Ireland. He's no Saint Olga or Saint Joan of Arc, though.
Well, I guess when you put it like that, it sounds kind of silly.
It's another cognitive distortion, one that mortal psychologists call disqualifying the positive. I understand that the actions of your past are difficult to bear, but what we are here to do is accept reality, with both its positive and negative aspects.
I told you. If I ever make like a good amount of money off of this, I'm paying you, and that's a threat.
I am not saying that you should disqualify your negative actions, but merely note when you disqualify the positive ones. Let us try an exercise. See whether you can challenge me when I disqualify my positive deeds. I am Andromachos, one of the most powerful vampires alive.
What's your fucking... You're gonna get it, bitch! Dude, in like the 14 different universes out of the 10 billion where I become a streamer even close to like, I don't know, Queso or Pokimane or something, it would be a fucking like sin to not pay an editor even if they asked me not to.
Before I became the vampire I am now, I did exceptionally terrible things. I have defiled the innocent. I have killed countless people. The good I now do pales in comparison to the evil I have done.
That's the one. You're literally disqualifying the positive by comparing it to the evil stuff you done.
Well done, Samuel. I believe the recognition of this distortion will serve you well when you start to see clients tomorrow.
I learned 5 cognitive distortions. Yo! Wait, already? I just got here. You're making more than $300 a month, I'll take money, fine. Alright, you've got yourself a deal, and it's recorded, and it's going on YouTube, so you no takesies backsies. Also, have fun with your soy sauce shot, and Mr. Mitt, have fun with your Hotel Trivago ad. That's gonna start in like 10 seconds.
Whoa, tomorrow? I only just started learning these here cognitive distortion things.
That's what I said. No, don't put me back.
But tomorrow, I just don't feel ready yet.
My friend, you are never truly ready. But if it would ease your
Whoa.
concerns, we can
The
practice
walls
with
are closing.
exercise. Would that be helpful to you?
Oh, God.
I think I'm good.
I'm still here. Not anymore.
All right, Samuel. You must be hungry now. I suggest you get the liter inside you. We have a big night tomorrow.
How much is a liter?
We thought we were saying. Get me out of here. Oh, God. I got 4 fucking hats. Oh, no. Oh. My deepest and most sincere. No Travago? I'm saying, well, what did you get then? If not Travago, then what? I must know, Mr. Mint. Tell me, please. Now I have the Travago. Oh, the Hotel Travago spares no one. I hear the first half of what you said. I want to know what you got, if not Hotel Travago, because clearly it was inflicted upon poor Sea Pile instead. God save me. Have fun with your soy sauce shot. Men's anti-aging cream. They're back.
Just get enough to drink, Samuel. We will not be
Time
able to
for
work
soy
if you are hungry or tired. Now, please excuse me. I do have a date with Crimson tonight. I suspect I shall not return until nearly morning.
There is no God in Travago.
Oh, yeah, of course. I hope you have a nice night out, Mr. Andy.
You as well, Samuel. Rest in peace. Samuel, glad to see you are awake. Your first client is on his way.
This has got to end in a polycule. I want Andy to read me a bedtime story. Look, he and Crimson both seem too into the American cowboy for this to not end in a polycule.
What, already? Look, Mr. Andy, sir, are you sure I'm ready for this? These are people's brains I'm messing with.
Fear not, my friend. You are a powerful vampire in your own right. To be so young and have so much empathy is quite a gift.
And then do what that German girl said.
All you need to do is listen, and I know the truth will reveal itself to you.
Shucks, wish I had your confidence.
Well, to a limited extent, I can see the future. If you are about to misinterpret a client's distortions, I will set you back on the right path.
You can do what, my friend?
You can see the future.
It's not that impressive, really. You
forget
start to see
exactly
the
what you
patterns
said.
after 1,000 years or so. Were you going to say something, Samuel?
I was, but now that I think about it, I was just getting confused. This therapy stuff is tough.
Something to do with ropes. Oh! Stop there.
If you need guidance, I will provide it to you telepathically.
You can do what?
Don't think about it too much. When you are 3,000, such things will cease to impress you. Let us look at your first client's case file.
Dr. Drain, huh? You ain't got no first name?
Dr. Drain? Really? Mind talking. Huzzah! Class of 1614, graduate of the Royal College of Physicians. He's been studying the nature of blood for the last several centuries. I'm new here. I don't want to get banned already. I don't think this man has a medical license. Clearly he does. Maybe not a modern medical license. A vampire after a post-mortem blood transfusion experiment. That sounds unethical. Now runs a global pharmaceutical research company. Also sounds unethical. It's now concerned he has developed an addiction to a drug of his own formulation. Suggestion: detected strong irritability on the phone. Investigate Drain's drinking and sleeping habits. He can do whatever he wants to
Many
me.
vampires go by one name. Families and titles seem to become more abstract after a certain age.
Huh. So is it funny that he kept the title?
Indeed, you catch on quickly, despite your habit of disqualifying the positive. I will let you work now. I shall be meditating in my coffin, but I will sense when you need my help.
But I...
Samuel, I know you can handle this. Be yourself, and all will be well.
I hate flying.
Oh shit, the party whistle. Yo! Caught me right when I was laughing about the CGI bat flying across the screen.
Hey there.
Hello.
God's blood, what on earth are you?
Christ, jackass! Calm thine tits.
My name's Sam. I'm the new therapist. Make yourself comfortable, Dr. Drain.
Therapy!
And American as well. Good God. It's not enough for you lot to take over the world of the living. Even the halls of the dead aren't safe from you.
Oh, says the Brit. Shut the fuck up, colonizer.
Oh well. I suppose your lot are all into this touchy-feely stuff, aren't you?
You're the one who brought. You walked your happy ass into this room, motherfucker. I'm not gonna hear it.
And ignorance, even American ignorance, is bliss, I suppose. Oh, sweet ignorance, how I do wish I knew thee.
Is that allowed? Is what allowed?
Damn it, how am I gonna work with this fella? I gotta ask Annie.
Are you all right, Samuel?
You gave me this fella as my first client?
Why not? He is clearly hiding very little about his state of mind.
Fair.
How am I supposed to help him when he already sees me as the bad guy?
Use your instincts, Samuel. Think about how you have felt in your darkest hours. What does this poor vampire want?
Sees the movement of thou breasts. He wants to
I think
complain.
he just wants to complain.
Perceptive, Samuel. He can hardly stop himself, can he?
So, what? I just let him complain?
Just sit here and let him bitch at me?
Of course. Just give him a starting point to let it all out. It will make him feel better.
Well, if you say so.
Don't worry, Samuel. You are doing wonderfully. I will release your time now.
Wait, he also froze time?
Well, are you just going to sit there?
That's what my therapist does.
I was just gonna ask how your trip here was.
Your therapist stops time and speaks telepathically into your head.
My trip was bloody wonderful. Until my familiar got a flat tire and I had to fly 30 kilometers here as a bat.
My therapist quit. Hold on. Your familiar got a flat tire? What do you mean your familiar got a flat tire? What, do you ride a mechanical elephant? Or is it a person?
I hate being a bat and I hate flying. Do you know an owl tried to eat me? Me, a creature that has lived for centuries, treated like common prey.
What if he does? You know what? Then I'll stand corrected. I am judging. Just fly. You're bitching about being able to fly, dude. He rides a steam-powered giraffe.
I'm surprised he was even interested. You should see what an ugly little beastie I am when I transform.
Oh, well, that's labeling.
All I could do was screech and squeak until he went away. Well, I suppose I'm alive, in a manner of speaking anyway. You all right there, pal?
What do you think, motherfucker?
Yes, I'm fine. Well, I'm not, of course. I wouldn't be here otherwise. But for the sake of conversational integrity, fine. I take it you read my case file and know why I'm here?
He has an addiction.
You're here for an addiction problem. Yes. Embarrassing, isn't it?
Not really.
What's to be embarrassed about? I remember when Ulysses S. Grant was president. Didn't seem to bother him.
My therapist quit. I got out of my court ordered therapy, so. Oh! Nice, interesting little tidbit of backstory there, I guess.
course, how wonderful it is that I share the mental failings of people who only live a single lifetime.
Lot to unpack. We don't have time to unpack all of that.
Hey, come on now. There's a part of us that's still mortal. Can't help that, just like we can't help being dead. So I'm discovering. Look, I just need some tips and I'll be on my way. Just give me all the tricks, whatever one does to make addictions go away. Tips? Let me think. Partner, there ain't no tips that'll magically cure you, but I'm here to listen.
A single question there that can be answered on stream. Yep.
You know, I never in my life thought anyone would ever call me partner. Like partner, but not with a T. And I know how you English love your tea. Thank goodness we can still process tea. We cannot live on blood alone. I appreciate the concern, though. I must admit, I rather saw myself above this whole addiction thing. I tell you what, let's not worry about being above or below anything. You're here now, so let's see what we can do.
I got too
What
silly.
exactly are you addicted to? It's a form of plasma, a catalytic compound of my own design, a necessary component of my own scientific goals. You're losing me. Well, let me
He's
try
about to
make
call
it
you a
simple.
stupid American.
Able to replicate and even alter the molecular patterns that vampiric erythrocyte surface receptors receive.
That did not make it more simple.
Our unique physiology gives us an increased ligand affinity, which is how we are able to process blood the way that we do.
That also did not make it more simple.
I can extend this receptivity and thus achieve my true goal: synthetic blood, freedom from the hunger that plagues us, and hope for all humanity.
Alright, well, the conclusion kind of made sense. He got hooked on his own supply. What is bro yapping about? Never get high off your own supply.
Well, dang, that sounds pretty impressive, Doc. Well, it doesn't work without a vampiric catalyst, and that is the plasma I am addicted to. Pathetic, isn't it? I have spent 400 years trying to steal the secret of blood, only to be engulfed by it, like Prometheus walking into a fireplace.
Don't bring up Prometheus. I've been traumatized by Hades too.
Pathetic? Doc, where the heck would you get a word like that? You've come up with the synthetic blood. Man, I can barely get my spurs on some mornings.
I get high off whatever supply I want. Your funeral.
Maybe you've had a setback or two, but give yourself a little credit, compadre. Credit? For wasting 400 years? Practically speaking, I'm in the same place as I was back when King James was in power. Only now I have a drug problem. Perhaps I must face facts. My professor was right. Nothing we ever do will make a damned bit of difference.
Sounds like your professor also needs therapy, my guy.
Samuel, listen to him. Do you recognize his patterns of thought?
There's some distortions in there, ain't there?
I knew you would sense them. Invite him to talk more about this failure of his.
I'll do my best. Now hold on just a minute there, cowpoke. I've heard you talk a lot about failure.
I just need 80 more points. For what? For another party whistle? Dude!
But it sure sounds to me like you ain't thinking clearly if you think you're a failure. I am a realist, that's all. Look at me. 400 years of study and still dabbling
party
with
whistle.
leukocytes. I don't know many people who would call working with leukocytes dabbling. I mean, I gotta admit, I have no earthly clue what you're talking about. So unless you made up all them science terms, I think you might be doing more than playing with a chemistry set.
Resisting the urge to just buy 4 party whistles.
Perhaps. But if we consider all there is to know about blood, I know precious little. But you know something. Yes, I concede I might know something about blood. I would hope so after 400 years. You still got more knowledge about blood than most, whether it's been 4 years or 400 years, amigo. Let's get back to what you were saying, though. I'm saying I am surely the oldest, most well-studied doctor in the world. I should have achieved more than this. Well, it's all my fault, really. I cannot seem to motivate my scientists to reach the necessary level of dedication. It's always shocking to me how little urgency mortals have around death. Now that I'm addicted to my own drug, I have joined the ranks of mortal celebrities in my utter irrelevance. Come on, Sam, there's some distortions in that whole speech you missed, you dang fool.
Oh, I was supposed to be...
Oh, tarnation, now I'm labeling. Hey, cowpoke, you mind repeating all that stuff
You mind repeating everything?
Look at me. years of study and still dabbling with leukocytes. I'm saying I am surely the oldest, most well-studied doctor in the world. I should have achieved more than this.
Control fallacy? Fuck.
I wonder who told Dr. Drain that he needed to do so much.
I'm saying I am surely the oldest, most well-studied doctor in the world. I should have achieved more than this.
Oh, it's a should
Who
statement,
said
isn't
you
it?
should have
Damn.
achieved more? Isn't it obvious? I should have something to show for 400 years of work. And what happens if you don't? Absolutely nothing at all. Well, that's my point. That is not as encouraging as you think it is. Ain't meant to be encouraging, just showing you a little reality. Well, it's all my fault, really. I cannot seem to motivate my scientists to reach the necessary level of dedication. It's always shocking to me how little urgency mortals have around death.
Control
So
fallacy?
it's all your fault that you haven't come up with the perfect synthetic blood. It can't be anyone else's fault. Only I have the skill, the knowledge, and the experience. Pardon me for saying so, Doc, but it sounds like what you're doing is pretty dang complicated. Sounds to me like you're some kind of god if you expect control over life itself.
Why is it so hot in this hot ass, fucky ass room I'm in? Is that the Grim Reaper? Oh no. You can't remind me of TikTok audios, dude.
Please, I am a scientist, not a spiritualist. It is not control I seek, but understanding. And are you ever gonna have perfect understanding? No, of course not. I'm not a wizard. So how about not putting saving the world on one person, Doc? That is a simplification, but I take your point. As I was saying, now that I'm addicted to my own drug, I have joined the ranks of mortal celebrities in my utter irrelevance. Now, why would you?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Irrelevant.
As hot as Andy in here.
Just do call the man who has nothing to show after 400 years. I reckon I'd call him by his given name. Slapping a label on yourself don't do nothing but weigh you down. Oh, well played, cowpoke. Perhaps I am being a little dramatic. Yes, I'm aware that in reality progress has been made, enough to get to this point. But I didn't come here to ask for a pat on the back and to be told I'm a good boy.
Are you sure about that?
But I hear they do some of that stuff downstairs.
I was just about to make a joke about Andy doing it.
Yes, we all know very well that the Continentals are more sexually liberated than we are.
Sexually?
But as I say, I don't want all this therapy stuff. I just want to stop using this damn drug.
Downstairs. And there's the ad. Alrighty. I'm gonna take this opportunity to go and get another Izzy. Travago strikes again, I see. The same Travago ad twice. Oh, 10 more points? Fantastic. Alright, we're gonna give out what? Was it me turning the mic back on? Sorry. Also, wait for it. Perfect. Blackberry Izzy. So crisp. Sorry, there's Aside from the mute button in OBS, there's a mute button on the mic that I tend to use when I want to do something quickly. But that mute button on the mic causes that, like, banging noise, so.
So what's so good about this stuff anyway? Why do you like it? I'm not certain. I don't remember what happens after I take it, but I wake up feeling, how do I put this, alive. Well, that don't sound so bad. A good nap can make me feel like a new man.
I don't think he's talking about falling asleep. I think he's talking about blacking out.
I'm not talking about feeling refreshed. I mean I feel alive. As if I'm someone else. Someone who lives.
Like a human.
And I wake up and find, oh gracious me, I am not depressed.
Same thing.
You mean to tell me that you're going to sleep depressed every night?
Aren't we all, Sam?
Oh, nothing of the sort. Oh well, I'm glad to hear that. You are assuming that I can simply go to sleep and my global scientific enterprise will run itself.
Wait, he doesn't go to sleep? Oh.
Oh wait just a gosh darn minute. You're telling me you don't sleep? Yes, it's not as though we can get much deader already, and I have work to do. So you're not sleeping, and you're always depressed. I think we're starting to get somewhere.
I think we're starting to see the problem, yeah.
Such a bumpkin. If you are a sapient individual, aware of the world around you, depression is the only sensible reaction. It has nothing to do with sleep. Come on now, it's a big world out there, and different things are depressing.
This man don't got employees.
Everyone reacts to
He does, but they're filthy humans.
Ain't it true that a sensible person, as you call him, might even be a different degree of depressed? Very well, I suppose I might have been using a bit of mild hyperbole.
Mild?
Mild is putting it mildly, buckaroo. Buckaroo? Now I'm even more depressed. Regardless, I didn't come here to be a whiner. Oh, boo-hoo, on life is hard. Yes, we all know it's hard.
Dr. Drain is calling himself a whiner.
Oh, a whiner.
If you
Regardless, I didn't come here to... Now, why'd you say coming and talking to me?
Ew,
makes
I
you a
hate
whiner?
humans.
Is that not what I currently am? Sounds to me like you're expressing yourself. Whiner is the word you used.
If you get the wrong answer, your vampire boyfriend intervenes. Exactly.
Yeah, if you want to call it whining, that's up to you. That's entirely your label. Oh, very well, call it moaning or whinging if you prefer. Moaning, whinging, bellyaching, still all just labels. I don't believe I shall be using the term bellyaching in any case.
It's because you're a loser Brit, motherfucker. That's the label you should be using.
But as I was saying, in the moments I wake up, I feel free. I suppose it must be what being an ignoramus feels like.
Fucking tea drinker, exactly. You beans on toast eater. Is that also labeling?
You honestly think
Yes.
feeling good makes you an ignoramus? The phrase ignorance is bliss is most apt, don't you think?
You said that already. Find a new phrase.
But by calling yourself an ignoramus, you're making bliss something to be avoided. Yes, unfortunate how that works, isn't it? The only way to be happy is by being a fool.
Incorrect.
Those are your labels. Try using something more positive and see how you feel.
That's why your teeth become. I don't even know how to verbalize that one.
What? Shall I say that by being ignorant, I am a noble genius? Still just labels. Oh, very well. I suppose I might be discounting my experience. I don't know how to say this, amigo. You really don't like letting yourself be happy. Honestly, I'm failing to see the problem with taking this stuff. Seems like it's making you get the rest you need and it makes you feel good. What's the problem? First of all, I do not need to rest. And partaking of this plasma does have downsides. What kind of downsides? I do not know what happens when I partake of the substance. However, when I wake up, I feel refreshed. But I also smell of blood and sex.
Aww. That sounds like you roofie yourself, my guy. Sounds like being blackout drunk.
Once I even woke up wearing a football jersey. It was most distasteful. I guess you must be having some kind of good time. That is not my idea of a good time.
Well, you had a good time, so false.
I'm Dr. Drain. I am intelligent and worldly, not some ill-bred monster. I don't go gallivanting into godforsaken places to engage in depraved coitus and the consumption of dirty blood.
Hey, dirty blood sounds a little racist, bitch.
It sounds to me like you're real good at denying yourself things. Well, I should be better at it.
Should?
You know, Doc, a wise old vampire recently told me something I'm about to tell you. You keep talking about the things you should be doing. You, compadre, are shoulding all over yourself. Oh, well, that is vivid, isn't it? I can now add incontinence to my already considerable list of faults. I'm being serious. I'm listening to you tell me I should be doing this, and I shouldn't be doing that. But who gave you all them shoulds and shouldn'ts? I don't know.
Fuck yeah!
I've been dead for over 400 years. It's the oldest stuff that sticks with us, amigo. We all got traumas. Heck, we're dead men. That's traumatic no matter what. But what we gotta start with is you.
Guess what time it is? I'm assuming it's party whistle time.
You've been through a lot. Don't rope yourself up so tight. Listen, we're doing good work already, I know it.
I think I'm gonna have to put a limit on how many times someone can use a party whistle in one stream. I'll double it? Oh fuck. Mr. Mint is thoroughly sick of the party whistle. It does have a cooldown. I did anticipate that I would probably want to set a cooldown for something that requires me inhaling and then forcefully exhaling. Don't you dare put a fucking limit. Don't restrict it. Okay. Fine. I will not restrict the whistle any more than it has currently been restricted. I'm just waiting for the next one before I keep going, because I know it's coming in approximately 10 seconds. There it goes.
Now, let's not push too hard. I would really like you to think about where all them shoulds are coming from before we meet again.
The masses of uproar, the people beckon the merciful duchess to hear their pleas.
And be good to yourself, all right, partner? Don't feel like you gotta go cold turkey on that plasma stuff. Yes, well, all the same, I'd rather not do it at all. Is that actually gonna happen, though? It might.
Imagine saying that to a heroin addict. I'd rather not do heroin at all. Is it actually gonna happen though? Are you really gonna get clean?
You're dipping into it tonight, aren't you? I was thinking about it. All right, partner. Just give yourself a little compassion. That's all I'm asking. I'll admit, you've given me some things to think about. Not pleasant ones, mind. You can handle it, partner. You're way smarter than I am. Yes, well, that is certainly true. Very well. I shall do some reflecting, inasmuch as our kind can reflect.
Bringing me back to 2 years ago. Not much more will be said. C-Pile. You have so much backstory, dude. Oh
I shall see you in precisely 4 weeks, then. Farewell, Sam.
Masterfully done, Samuel. I knew you would do well, but that doesn't make me any less pleased.
Successfully completed my first sex. I love the random backstory drops. Clearly.
Well, that was a hell of a rush. That fella's holding on tighter than a holster to a gunslinger's hip. It felt real good to help him look at himself a little more kindly.
Good, Samuel. Treasure this feeling. but also rest. Go downstairs, get something to drink, relax in your coffin. Next week you shall see a new client. I think they will be an interesting challenge for you. I bid you good evening, Samuel. Rest in peace.
You too, Andy. Well, I guess it's time I got me some grub.
Like that I got shot in the face. What?
That's it, I guess. My first client. Can't believe I'm doing this therapy stuff already.
You have gallons of ketchup and soy sauce. You take shots of soy sauce and hot sauce. Your court-mandated therapist quit. You've been shot in the face. Am I missing anything?
Sure could use a drink. I'll check in with Crimson.
Well, if it isn't,
AI-generated human experience. What a read. Oh, the drug addiction, yeah.
I'm better already hearing from someone from the States who knows the lingo.
I'm not from any states, cowpoke. District of Columbia girl here.
I figured you must have been coastal. You sound a little more, polished than I do.
You should hear my German.
I got GTAS, Lord.
Maybe some other time. My brain's full tonight. I had my first therapy session with a real client.
Oh, yeah? How do you think it went?
I reckon it was a bullseye on my end. You should have seen me. Labeling, blam, disqualifying the positive, kapow.
I'm glad to hear it. Someone has got to sort these vamps out. They know how to hold on to their problems.
You ain't kidding. Living or dead, once people hit 70, they get pretty dang set in their ways.
You know Andy still uses a typewriter? I can't get that gorgeous man to see the light. Keep it up, cowboy. You're a breath of fresh air for these ancient ones.
Anyone ever tell you you're wise beyond your years, Crimson? You must have had some life.
If I hear any more German Rule 34 ass shit, I'm gonna crash
I'm
out.
afraid I'm exactly as wise as my years. How old do you think I am, cowboy?
I'm gonna do the gentlemanly thing and not hazard a guess.
You would have gotten it wrong anyway. I'm 50 years young.
Huh?
50? I died around that age and I looked like shit. But you ain't a vampire.
Like I told you, I'm Andy's blood partner. He shares his blood with me too, just not enough to turn me into one of you. I've been 30 for a good while now.
But you ain't joining our team? Sounds like a story.
Not for tonight, buckaroo. I bet you're thirsty after a big night. Andy told me to give this to you.
Oh yeah? What is it?
We had a group of Americans come in last week who donated their blood. Andy can't stand the stuff. He says the blood glucose levels are too high, but he thought you'd appreciate it.
Oh,
it
sugar
ain't so
blood.
bad. I gotta ask though, what does Andy's blood taste like?
To me, it tastes like life itself, cowboy.
This has to be setting up a polycule. There's no platonic way to ask what another man's blood tastes like.
I ain't sure I understand.
Never you mind. Look, Tex, I've got some customers to serve, so go enjoy your juice, okay?
Oh, of course. I'm keen to get some rest anyway. You have yourself a fine night, Crimson.
There he is, my incredible protege.
Come on now, I have no idea what I'm doing.
It is not like asking what someone's cooking is like. It is like when asking what someone's lips taste like. I would compare it to that. See, pal, you do not have to do the lore drop if you don't want to.
Evidence stands against that reasoning, my friend. Do we need to talk about disqualifying the positive again?
All right, I get it. I guess I've been muddling through okay.
You've been doing wonderfully. I hope you are ready for a bit of a challenge tonight.
Oh,
Your next client has been known to be somewhat difficult.
disqualify my positive. I know what my partner's love tastes like. God damn it.
her intake form.
See? I rest my case. Not platonic. I don't want to know why you know what your partner's blood tastes like, but thank you for supporting my case.
Isabella Deste. Dang, she's got some funny taste in hats.
I like her hat. Fuck you. Key figure in the Italian Renaissance, funding the works of Leonardo da Vinci, Andrea Mantegna, and Michelangelo. She received a humanist education and knows much about history, art, music, and philosophy. She comes from a highly aristocratic background, but has endured considerable family issues through the generations. She states that she is undergoing an existential immortality crisis, suggesting that both her life and unlife have both been meaningless. Suggestion: be exceedingly polite. Starting to think you need a vampire therapist. No. Have fun with your ad, you two. Sit back and have more of my blackberry motherfucking Trivago. Oh, no. I think the more you guys say it in chat, the more it encourages the website to give you the ad. Trivago. What the fuck does that mean? Good lord. Oh, you're back already? I'm glad it let you go quick this time. Do 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 do.
I think we should get along quite well then.
Walked right into that one.
Isabella is not your average vampire. She was once the powerful matriarch of one of the most influential families in Europe. She fraternized with popes and kings, and she also wielded great power over the art world. Some say that she was the model for the Mona Lisa.
One of them highfalutin types, huh? I don't think she's gonna like me much.
Scared of the purple hair girl. I'm not sure she's coming back, so.
She is as human as any of us, Samuel. I already know you will find a way to relate with her.
If you say so.
Remember, you can always seek my advice if you feel lost. You are not alone.
I'm scared of girl.
I hear the beating of elegant wings. Breathe, Samuel.
Give me one sec. I need to mute so I can blow my nose. I return.
Oh, and do be polite.
Goodness. So you are the new therapist Andromachos told me of. I was not expecting someone so...
Blowing your nose without us handsome. You know, one time I was in a Discord call with a couple of my buddies and I blew my nose and I forgot to mute and they all started cracking up and they were just like, Dutch, do it again. I was like, why? And they were like, it just sounded so ridiculous over the mic. And I'm like, I cannot possibly understand what is so funny about blowing your nose into a microphone.
Sam Walls at your service, ma'am.
You are a therapist.
Well, that's what I'm here for, ma'am.
Enough with this, ma'am. I am not running a whorehouse. You may call me Senora.
Oh. All right, Senora, or Senora. I think this is the closest match.
All right, Senora.
You have seen my what? Have you been peeking under my skirts, young man?
Oh, okay, wrong decision. Next time we get a Trivago, I'm gonna start tweaking in German. Next time you get a Trivago ad, you take a shot of hot sauce instead.
What are you talking about, lady?
Signora. Say it.
Signora.
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 Signora. Signora.
I'm trying, lady!
Signora?
Signora?
Porca miseria. This is not going to be easy, is it?
You told me to do that. I did.
Therapy ain't never easy, Senora.
So, therapy is always easy then.
I said it ain't never easy, Senora.
Is therapy easy or is it not?
Oh no, now there's a double negative problem.
Not, I guess.
Oh, how are we to examine my inner demons if your own speech is so diabolical?
Yeesh!
You know what? Let's start over. Greetings and salutations, Senora. I am most honored to receive you in my humble office.
Very well. I suppose it will do.
I'm just here to help, Senora. It says here on your intake forms that you've been having a tough time lately.
A tough time. Indeed, yes, it has been a tough time. The realization that not only am I a corpse, but that I have been a useless corpse for nearly 400 years is a tough time.
Ella se va graciosa. I don't know, lady. It said that you donated to Leonardo da Vinci, so I think you're far from useless.
So what's it off this feeling that you're a corpse?
I saw a film at the cinema.
Pizza. I saw a film!
Hey, I love the cinema. Well, not many of our kind are movie buffs. What are some of your favorite films?
I would hesitate to say favorite, but there are some films that are more acceptable than others. For instance, Beneath the Velvet Dusk or In Search of Sadness are engaging explorations of the mortal condition.
Oh, I ain't heard of them. You ever seen The Three Stooges?
You country fucking bumpkin. Ella necesita irse, extraño a Annie. She needs to go.
Utter vulgarity. I do not waste my time with such nonsense.
Oh, come on. You don't like physical comedy? Everybody likes physical comedy. Tell me you don't think it's funny when someone gets hit in the nuts?
Alas, these Stooges 3 would be preferable to the abomination I saw at the cinema that made me realize just how dead I am.
What was it? Nosferatu?
It was a most terrible film, one that shook me to my core. The pain of it lingers with me still 5 years later.
It's a Wonderful Life?
Well, movies can be pretty powerful. Heck, I remember seeing one of the first films. There was a train coming right for the audience. We thought we were dead for sure.
This film was not powerful, it was meaningless. It said nothing, did nothing, less than nothing, as loudly and garishly as possible.
Can I get a name, please, so I can laugh at it? Minions 3.
The audience, fools that they were, cheered, applauded this
Hold on, let me change my keyboard language. Now I'm scared.
I hate this film with all my being, for it has done the cruelest thing. It has revealed the dark truth. This life that I cling to has no purpose.
Oh, I get it. I know the reason why she thinks life is useless, because she donated to artists like Leonardo da Vinci, yet now in the modern day, she saw a film that was such a piece of garbage, and yet the audience still enjoyed it. So she's thinking that, like, oh God, I worked so hard to, like, help people develop beautiful, meaningful art, and yet years later it seems like it did nothing at all. I don't know how to pronounce that one, my guy.
Dang, what the heck was this movie?
Space Wars.
Who is Stan Skywalker made this woman lose faith in humanity. Made this woman sit back like, oh God, my life has no meaning. Art has no meaning. Oh God, my jaw hurts from laughing so much. God. Don't hate on Star Wars. Star Wars is good. Rise of Skywalker?
Wait a minute. Space Wars, the big science fiction franchise?
Yes, I believe it is important to understand modern media diets.
But that's the movie that gave you your personal crisis?
Mind your tone. Do not think me a fool. I know it was not high art. But the money it made, it would make even the Pope blush. This stinking trash. This is what the people want.
Oh my God. I think that Rise of Skywalker, like, personally offended the makers of this game.
You see, I understand now. My attempts to infuse art with meaning were pointless. All that I am, all that I ever was, is dead.
I love changing languages randomly.
You don't seem that dead to me. We're having this conversation, ain't we? You ain't just lying there decomposing.
It is no different. I might as well be rotting in the ground.
I think you might get pretty bored.
Are you getting smart with me, boy?
Look, I'm just talking facts. If you're saying all you are is dead, I think you might be doing some Nosferatu thinking. It ain't black and white. You're here.
I just sewed this cuff inside out. My deepest apologies, Mr. Mint. I'm gonna stop. I'm not gonna read out loud anything that you say in German because I'm so scared of what I might be saying if I even pronounce it correctly.
But let's go back to what you were saying.
Once, I elevated art, and all the world benefited. Why have I lost my power to elevate art now?
All the world benefited? There's a lot of people, and they got a lot of different preferences. You can't get them all, can you?
I just told her to fuck off with that last one. I don't know what any of this means.
But I could, once upon a time.
You can't reach everybody, Senora. I hadn't even heard of the Mona Lisa until about 1911.
Did you have any schooling whatsoever?
No, I didn't. But I don't think anyone in my time knew about the Mona Lisa either.
Oh, how wonderful. You add to my despair.
No, you are not. Oh.
I'm saying you can't reach everyone, even in your own time.
That is true. I doubt the rabble had much of an opinion about the so-called great masters.
I said they were nice.
We only know what we know. But you were saying.
It was all for nothing. What good was guiding Da Vinci when they sell the Mona Lisa on beer coasters?
Disqualify the positive?
Come on now.
Yeah.
Just because the Mona Lisa's been on a coaster doesn't mean that's all it's ever been for.
I am sad.
I think you might be downplaying just what an impact you've had on the world.
The world needs no help from me to reduce my life's efforts to cheap commodities.
Man, I can't read any of this shit out loud. I don't know how to pronounce it.
So just because something gets printed on a t-shirt, that cancels out everything that's good about it?
Yes, that is exactly what it does.
Aw.
And I thought I was good at disqualifying the positive.
It should not be so. Art should have meaning, purpose. Beauty should expose truth.
You're saying art should have meaning and purpose. But does all art need those things?
What is the purpose of creation otherwise?
How about if I just like doodling? Ain't that a good enough reason to draw?
It is a pointless reason.
Man, I can't read chat because you're just talking in fucking German.
Maybe I want to do something pointless. All I'm saying is that I don't have the same shoulds you do.
Perhaps you should.
A loose translation is imagine not being able to read. Go fuck yourself.
I don't. I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do.
Which is speak like a peasant.
Heck, that's what I am, Senora. Ain't nothing gonna change that reality. Let's get back to what you were saying.
But it seems I am just a dead woman. A walking corpse who is not worth listening to. I should walk into the sun.
What if I do? Feel free then. Labeling?
Now, why have you got to go
Yeah.
They are not names, they are my reality. I am a dead woman, and I am a corpse, am I not?
Is that all you are?
This is how I am defined by the world.
Seems to me you're the one using them names.
No highway.
I think I'd be a little afraid of calling you a corpse.
As you should be. Allow me to continue. You know, you make me sound rather mad. Like an old woman, railing at the world, screaming into the void, all to no purpose.
Look, Senora, all I'm trying to do is show you where you're a little rigid in your thinking.
You want
is all.
Russian? That would be worse. That would be the worst of all.
You're expecting a lot from the world and a lot from yourself. It ain't no surprise that you're going to be disappointed over and over again.
I suppose that is some insight. Indeed, I have been in a state of disappointment from the moment I was 16.
God damn it. No, the Russians worst, Joe. Also, you've been disappointed for 534 years.
But what happened when you were 16?
I got married.
I don't know how to pronounce any of those characters. No.
I think I get it.
You absolutely do not get it. You are a man.
Well then, help me understand.
She's so real.
Frankie, my husband. He taught me the meaning of disappointment.
Is this better? It is not.
He taught me the world was built upon lies. These things men proclaim as values. Truth, beauty, the spiritual. They were all fiction. But if men did not live according to principle, I would. I would set the example and shame them all. Yet, what a fool I have been to think humanity had greater aims.
So, what's this greater aim you're talking about?
I received a
Just
humanist
means
education
bitch.
as a child. I was taught that the pathway to God was through rationality and a questioning mind, not slavish devotion to tradition. This world is not Eden, but it could be. Or so I thought.
So you're talking about a literal pathway to God?
No, fool. A pathway to godliness. To live according to our natures. Our true natures.
Lady, you're getting awfully philosophical, and it is too late for me to be able to think about this properly. You mean being nudists? You mean being vampires? Or you mean being Italian? Why did you pick the three options that would make me sound most like a dumb fuck? I don't want Dutch. I am Dutch. I don't want to hear Dutch. Oh my god. Fuck. Vampire seems to be the least offensive of these, somehow.
You mean being vampires?
Come now, boy. Nothing could be further from natural. All this foolish hissing and copulation and blood drinking does not bring us closer to God. But it does give us more time to find the path.
In an Asian language. Once again, you may feel free, but I will not be able to read it aloud.
Will, talk to me about this pathway to God. How do you reckon we find this path?
I reckon nothing.
Oh shit, you guys are in an ad break.
Known that we can find
One
our
sec.
way back to God by fulfilling our human potential to be the greatest souls possible.
I'll give it a moment, I'll give it a moment. Oh, perfect. I've also just been requested to do a Venmo payment of $21. Trivago again. I have always known we could find our way back to God by fulfilling our human potential and be the greatest souls possible. Is that the control? Yeah!
Control, Senora?
I'm safe from Trabuco.
All we gotta do is be perfect, and then we've got our pathway to the Almighty?
Yes, it seems quite clear to me.
Senora, if that's how it is, it ain't no wonder you ain't forgiving yourself or anyone for the slightest mistakes. I would ask myself if anyone really has that much control. But keep talking.
I have always known we must master ourselves.
They're back.
Baser instincts. Virtue must triumph over vice. I have always known that the earthly lives we lead are disgusting, and only war and death can come of them. I have always known the people have become fat and lazy, and living within the Garden of Eden is impossible in such a state. I have always known we should act with dignity if we would take our place at God's side once more.
Mild German crash out. Hot sauce time!
These things here, you've always known. I gotta challenge them, Senora. Let's talk about what you just said.
I reckon nothing. I've always known that we can find our way back to God by fulfilling our human potential to be the greatest souls possible.
You really think we've got that much control, Senora? All we gotta do is be perfect, and then we've got our
I accidentally missed another one, and so it made me start over.
Senora, if that's how...
I have always known we must master ourselves and our baser instincts. Virtue must triumph over vice.
And if I try to be closer to God is actually kind of a cool idea. I would say so, yeah. And taking it as vampirism instead of being a sin is simply a method to have more time to be able to get closer to God is an interesting, take. Shit. Some fucking Greek. There's no way you also speak. You've got to be using a translator. Fuck.
No, there have been many entities over time that have tried to control humanity. They have all failed, and the Senora would do well to remember it.
Is it another control fallacy?
I have always known we...
You've been around a while, Senora. In all that time, when have we mastered ourselves and our baser instincts?
Not a single day.
I kind of like this lady.
Right, fair enough. So us fellas have disappointed you every day for a few hundred years, right? Ain't that proof that nothing you do is gonna change that?
An evil thought, Mr. Sam Walls, but true, I concede.
We're in agreement then. It's a little bit of a control fallacy to think that's gonna change because of you. Well, let's keep going.
I have always known that the earthly lives we lead are disgusting, and only war and death can come of them.
Hold up just a sec there, cowpoke. You really think all we can do is so...
I'm trying to remember how to speak Greek.
I do not poke.
Oh, I'm sure that you're trying to remember how to speak Greek and not putting it into Google Translate. I love horrid death.
Come on, Senora. You've been alive to see what? 15, 20 billion people live and die? You really saying death and destruction is all each and every one of them ever amounted to?
I haven't used it in a while. I don't need to.
Well, perhaps not individually, but as an immortal, I look at the greater arc of history.
Look, all I'm saying is, on that Twitch channel you stream on once a year, the next time you stream, I expect you to speak in every single one of these languages on the spot. No time to think about it and prove it.
Well, most of us ain't looking to contribute to the greater arc of history, but that don't mean life's pointless. That's some Nosferatu.
Excellent.
Let's continue.
I have always known the people have become fat and lazy, and living within the Garden of Eden is impossible in such a state.
Our esteemed client is very good at coming up with names for pup.
I have...
Sounds to me like you're coming up with labels for kicking people out of the Garden of Eden.
Okay, that's a new one, because before it was just labeling yourself, but now it wants me to catch labeling for others, too. God damn. Still can't read it, motherfucker. That's, I want Andy.
Is that all we amount
around your own country, boy. Look at me. See my disgusting rolls and saggy features. Would you let me into the Garden of Eden?
Well, sure, why the heck not?
I am glad you are not the gatekeeper then.
Damn, lady.
Gatekeeper who wouldn't let you in? Listen, Senora, you gotta go easy on yourself with them labels. Well, let's keep talking, though.
I have always known we should act with dignity if we would take our place at God's side once more.
I think this here's the meat of it, Senora. The filet mignon.
That is not how you pronounce that. My native language is German. Yeah, you mentioned that one earlier.
I fear your French is even worse than your Italian.
Huh.
Here's the thing, Senora. Who came up with all them shoulds that'll take you to God?
Why, the greatest thinkers of history that I studied in my youth. Plato, Aristotle, Cicero, Aquinas.
I don't like the funny bee.
Sounds like a bunch of dead guys to me. They really had it all figured out way back when, huh?
Well, of course not. How foolish do you think me?
Not at all, Senora. Just questioning where all them shoulds are coming from. But let's keep going.
So you think you are so very clever, do you, boy? That by pointing out my distortions, you have won?
I mean, I think that's your problem, is you're considering this to be a fight more than anything. Damn, till you're 5?
That is where you are truly the fool. I already know how wrong I have been, that I have been chasing an impossible fiction all my life. Indeed, I now believe that even if we did follow the pathway to God, once we reach the end, we would discover that he, too, was a work of fiction. When I say God, I mean goodness, propriety, intelligence. God himself is a lie.
I'm headed up to bed. Have therapy. I'll be heading off to bed soon anyways. I just wanted to get to the end of this client.
I see. So you've lost your faith.
Yes, it has crumbled to dust, much like myself in this fat, wretched old body. Beauty and truth are lies. Ideas developed by ugly men to justify their existence. While we occupy ourselves chasing those ideals, they create space wars to leech our money and our vitality. And to think they call me judgmental while they created the false ideal to judge against. You don't think I'm judgmental, do you, boy?
I've never seen anyone judge more than you. It was bad, but it wasn't that bad. Damn. It wasn't just that it was bad. It was also the fact that, like, at least from her perspective, but also kind of my perspective, the fact that it was bad and it was just a cash grab. Like, it's fine to make a movie, like, for money, because you need money to make the movie, so you need to make money off of the movie. And it's like fine to also to make a bad movie, but to make a bad movie because you didn't care about the quality of it because it was a cash grab, that is really bad.
I wouldn't put it that way exactly. Besides, I ain't gonna call you names. In fact, that's where I think I want to challenge you. Senora, I think the person you're judging more than anyone is yourself. I know you got raised with all them high ideals, so of course you're getting disappointed when nobody can reach them. That's some heavy pressure, not just on them, but on yourself. I'd ask yourself what all that pressure's doing for you. Is it bringing you any satisfaction? We can't always control what things are gonna be.
Still don't know how to speak German, my guy.
This is not acceptable.
Hold on, I know this one. What the heck she mean it's unacceptable? Say that again, Senora? I got some bad news for you, Senora. None of us really has the power to change the world on our own. Not even a clever lady like yourself. I suggest
Shall
we start
learn.
working
I doubt it.
and find a way to accept the world for what it is.
But the world is base and unworthy.
Remember that term I told you about? Nosferatu thinking? You're gonna strip all the color out of the world.
Stop hating on Star Wars. I like Star Wars. I just don't like the recent movies.
Just base and unworthy.
I say recent like it wasn't years ago now.
Nosferatu thinking. I am not used to having my own thoughts thrown back at me.
Well, that's why you're here, ain't it? I ain't gonna help you change the world, Senora. All I can do is help you find some other perspectives.
I suppose there is a certain simpleton's wisdom in the way you speak.
Thanks. I guess.
Very well, boy. I will consider what you have said. We will meet again in exactly 4 weeks. Do we have an understanding?
Yes, indeedy, Senora.
Ugh. Please learn to speak properly by then.
Well done, Samuel. I believe you handled Senora d'Este quite well.
You kidding? That lady straight up hates my guts.
Samuel, if Isabella d'Este hated your guts, she would not be shy about telling you so.
Andy.
That I believe.
Older we get, the harder it is to gain a different perspective. Have patience. We are not all as wise as Samuel Walls.
Guess it's just that simpleton's wisdom, as the Senora called it.
Do not adopt her labels, Samuel. I will not stand for it. I know she was a challenge, but you rose to it as I knew you would. I think you deserve a night of hard drinking. What do you say?
Hard drinking.
You don't need to tell me twice. All right, Andy. I'll see you later then.
Indeed, Samuel. Enjoy yourself. Excellent work tonight. Rest in peace.
Do 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 do.
Dang, I think that's enough abuse for one night. I could use a drink and a quiet night.
Yay, drinking!
Hey, cowboy. Why the long face?
I used to say the same thing to my princess.
Oh, he was saying it to his horse.
Your daughter.
My horse, actually. I never really understood the joke, but I still like telling it to her.
You didn't answer my question, gunslinger. What's got you down?
Oh, I just finished up with my second client. She gave me a tongue lashing to remember her by. You ever talk to someone who's so educated and refined that they make you feel like a space alien?
Only everyone I ever met in law school. At least until I learned to speak their language.
You're a lawyer?
Was, and no, I wasn't the blood-sucking kind, before you start with the vampire jokes. Just a wide-eyed DC do-gooder. But I get what you're talking about. People can use language like a membership card. You don't speak the lingo, you don't get in.
Well, that's just what I mean. I just ain't sure I've got the lingo for a 500-year-old high society Renaissance woman.
Well, how do you think your session went? Think she heard you?
Well,
She was a lawyer?
say that I'd given her some stuff
That's
to
what
think
she
about.
said.
And to tell the truth, she seemed kind of embarrassed about that.
So what? If she heard you, I'd take the W, cowboy.
Take the W. What, the wagon?
The win, Gramps. Maybe she isn't gonna relate to you, but that doesn't mean she can't hear you.
Oh, you're probably right. I guess I'll take the W. And while you're at it, I'll take some B too. That's blood.
Fucking nerd.
What are you in the mood for? Men? Women? Something a little more off the beaten path?
I think I'll have some takeaway tonight. What have you got?
Here, try this. Should put some color in those cheeks.
You keep saying, you keep talking in German, and you're gonna have to keep immediately translating
Ain't
afterwards.
squeamish, huh, Crimson?
Nah, healthy blood never hurt anyone. I've been hanging around vampires for 20 years, and they aren't so scary.
Not even Bert.
It's for the best you know. Alrighty, fine.
What, that old pointy-eared teddy bear? He's a total sweetheart, unless someone gets aggressive or touchy with the customers.
What does he do then?
They get a stern warning.
And if they don't listen?
Why, then he eats them.
Well, maybe he is a teddy bear. I met Teddy Roosevelt back in the night, and I'm pretty sure he would have done the same thing. Speaking of which, I got a thirst something fierce. I think I'll head back to my coffin for a little rest. But you have a good night, Crimson.
You too, Sam. Don't let the
You'll be here
Draculas
with
bite.
Oh god. Oh no.
Time to crack open a warm one.
Crack open a cold one with the
Maybe I
boys.
can find a quote from one of my favorite books that'll help give me a little
And
inspiration.
by the boys, I mean my coffin with
Or I can watch
television.
the Three Stooges hit each other a whole bunch. Or I could just go to sleep. What's it gonna be, Sammy boy?
Three Stooges!
Tired of these jokesters.
I got an award! Vampire of Taste. I got an achievement. Sam's life is wake up, do therapy, go get drink, go to coffin. What a life.
I can't help but feel there's some symbolism to the part where Curly gets his head crushed in a vice. Alright, that's enough for one night. Time for some rest. I hope my next client will be a little easier.
Samuel, good evening. I am glad to see you looking so fresh and well slept.
Alrighty. I think I got it. How do I, yeah, save. And, exit. Yes, I just saved, so it's fine. Alright! Thank you for joining me. I had a lovely evening. I hope you did as well. Let me know in the Discord if you guys want to keep seeing more of this game. Maybe even if I play enough of it, I'll do something like get the DLC eventually. But I will be back on Wednesday with some RimWorld. So, hope you have a